Oh, all right. Well, I've been doing all kinds of stuff. I had all the radios working, and I tried to add a third hotspot, which was this damn thing here. I spent a good couple of hours on this one today, like from 10 o'clock to like almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I kind of got it to work a couple times. I don't know what it's technically called. An STM32 chip is on there and something else. I just can't get the damn thing to work. And so I tried it on a Pi Zero. I tried it on a Pi 3. It just wouldn't work. Anyway, I did a bunch of experiments today, and I put together my Pi Zero 2W. I soldered the header pins on there. That proved to be a little more difficult than I thought it would be. Put the heatsink on it, and it's fairly warm, like a little too warm. And that is running the ham clock right now. But I'm going to say I don't really like that for the ham clock. It works just fine. It's actually not too bad, but I just don't like it, okay? I think it gets a little too warm. So I did a bunch of different stuff today. I did the retro Pi, and then this other thing. I forget what it's called. Recal box, and that one actually was cool because it just like started playing it right away. I didn't have to download any ROMs or anything. The retro Pi was really kind of a pain in the butt to get set up, and my Logitech controller, it didn't like the Logitech controller, and it assigned the A and B buttons wrong. So anyway, after I got done with that, I tried some other stuff, and then all of a sudden the Bofang wouldn't key up any of the hot spots, and I thought maybe it had burned out. I tried different antennas on it, and then I pulled out a UV5R and put it on 440. I figure out where the hell I put the damn thing so I can go turn it off. Anyway, I put this radio on 440 to make sure that it wasn't burned out. And what it was is that something happened in the programming software where all of my stuff was not in the right zone anymore. It was not assigned to any zone at all. And so when you have all these channels and there's no zone, or no scan list, I forget exactly what it was. It was like, let me see here. So I'd go over here and it would say no group list. It didn't have a group list. It just had a contact name. And somehow it got erased because it was not like that. But I've been programming the radios all day. So I have a screen coming for this. There was 2 of them for $7. So I just ordered them, and then I saw Andrew's message after that. But anyway, this one here can scroll, and that one cannot. And that's just how it is. So I'm using wpsd on this one, and I'm using an old version of Pi-Star on here. I've found that the new versions of Pi-Star don't work on anything. I used a really old version of Pi-Star on this and almost got it to work. But I finally gave up after a few hours. So this thing keeps doing something really weird here. But basically, I've been spending a lot of time doing this. That's why I kind of did a live stream about Raspberry Pi BS. So, I like the Pis and all that, but I want to use the orange Pis instead. I think they have a little more capability from looking at the specs. Now, I don't know if that's true for sure or not. Interesting thing about this is it no longer shows anybody's name anymore on it, which is kind of annoying. So I was using 2 DMR IDs and 3 different frequencies, and it just got really complicated. So, well, you can even see my private call right here. And then it'll say 990 back to me. It's interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool. So, I just need to get TGIF going on this other hotspot. I'll just listen to it on whichever radio I want, just by going in and assigning like my zone. So I go into my zone list. I'll come down here to TGIF on, and then TGIF isn't going to be static. I don't think. And I need to make sure. I'm going to go look and see. I have my stuff up. So this is a 1701. I don't need to look at that. This is the... Okay, we're on 432.32 for TGIF. So now I need to go into here. We're on Pi-Star. We need to make sure we're on 432.32. We are. DMR mode. TGIF. We got our password. Color code. It says the connection is timed out. I don't know if that's true or not. Let's go ahead and refresh the page. Just make sure. No, it's up. Okay, so let's get our dashboard up. And then we're going to go over to TGIF network, monitoring, last heard. And we're going to look at this list. Okay, we got the bad radio group. The bad cap radio group. Interesting. This list is moving fast. Fireside Radio Network is going. America Link. Ansel Network. Free Speech Radio. DX Link. I'm looking for ones that I have already in here. South Wales is always busy. Move this radio out of the way. Fireside Radio Network again. Hams on the move. What we really need to do is just check the TGIF parrot. KG7H3R testing the TGIF parrot echo test. Okay. And we're
KG7H3R testing the TGIF parrot echo test.
Okay. We're good on the network. We got that one going now. I really got my wires crossed earlier today. It was like to the point where like nothing was working anymore. So we can probably key up Fireside. I don't think it's in this radio though. I don't have it in here. Nothing else is active either that I have in here. We had GS Radio, 3165. The Parrot, White Lightning, which I don't see as being active today. DX Hams I haven't seen active. And Northern Cal. So I guess we'll have to add one. Alright, I'm putting a bunch of stuff in here. It took quite a bit of time just to put a few in there. It's very time consuming to, you know, build your list of contacts. I hate the word they use for that. Because it's not a code plug. There's no code to it. It's a contact list. Where's the code? There ain't no code in it. It's very simple. You have a list of contacts. You have a zone. You have a scan list. There's no code plug. They act like it's a string of like weird characters that like HTML or something, you know. It's, well, I think people that call it a code plug are just fucking delirious. Like, You've been listening to Ham Radio 2.0 way too much if you think it's called a code plug. Yeah, I know, it started out being called a code plug, but there's no reason to call it that. There is no code in it. Nothing. Let me look at this. Basic information, general settings. And this is all individual to each radio you have, to each hotspot you have. There's no, like, this code plug will work for you because you live down the street from me. Bullshit. We have our contacts, you know? I put them in, you know, just what I need. I don't want all the crap in there. And you got your call group. You know, not all these radios have that, but, you know, you have a call group of like, okay, well, I only want these ones in this call group. So, which actually reminds me, I got to add a couple of these. Add. A couple of these are doubled. So, but it's not a code plug. What the hell? All right, so I'm just moving all those over here into my my RX call group, okay? Now I'm going to go into my zone. I'm going to make sure that all of them are already in my zone. Should be pretty obvious, because I made most of them in capitals. And I think that's pretty much the only one I don't have in there. So basically, TGIF, all of them over there. And then we're going to go into our scan list, TGIF, and make sure all the channels that we added. You have to add the channels before you can go into the scan list. So then the channels are all down here. So basically, I don't know how you would call that a code plug. It's not HTML code that writes to the radio in some weird wingding characters. It's, you know, no different than programming a Bofang UV5R. It's just a little bit of extra steps and more things. I mean, you know, it ain't complicated. Well, it is complicated because if you get one little part wrong and there's extra stuff to do, that it won't work right. But it's not, you don't have to learn to write code. You know, you don't need to learn C+. Alright, so we're done. We've written to the radio. Hopefully we did everything right. Okay, I'm going to come in here and go to my zone list. TGIF on.
1.
Okay. Now,
2.
assuming I got everything correct, let's try our parrot again. KG7H3R testing the parrot. Right. And I saw it come through.
KG7H3R testing the parrot.
Okay. Now, let's go back into whatever's big on here. Monitoring. I added a mirror link, I think. Hams on the move. Fireside. Let's key up Fireside.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
All right. I don't want to key it up real long. Of course, now the TGIF one. Okay. You have to watch the hot.
Taking that out. They've since taken that out, so they redefine that differently.
Okay.
For things like schizophrenia, manic depression, schizophrenia.
So somebody's keyed down. Awesome.
Psychological assessment. They also determine.
And I should be able to come into this radio now and go into my zone. Now these are essentially the same, just that the color is different. It automatically puts me over here because it's a DMR number.
Subjectivity within there, and not all of it is just based Charlie on a scientific.
So no matter what's going on with this radio, no matter what channel I have it on, it will receive the one I'm listening to on there.
Too deep for amateur radio.
You put it through some filters and take the receive out of that radio.
Okay, I'm gonna go to my
MSVA3XK.
brandmeister.
And 1.
Where's that one at? That one's right over here.
Carrying this conversation on a little later if you like, but
Ka-chunk!
here for a moment. And before I do, let's just see if there's any additional stations like to join the
Hotel Victor Romeo, Brown, do you copy? You try calling us.
QSL, this is KG7H3R over here. Got a couple different stuff going on in the background, but saying hello from Arizona.
Hello, Golf 7 Hotel Victor Romeo, Brown, blasting signals. This is Victor Uniform 3 India Tango India returning. The time is 8:49 a.m. on a Sunday morning, sir. Name is Varadan, like Victor Alpha Romeo Alpha Delta Alpha November. Location Bangalore City, in South India. I'm reading you fine and blasting. How copy, sir? Kilo Golf 7 Hotel Victor Romeo, VU3 India Tango India, over.
QSL, I have good packets over here, hearing you just fine into Arizona. And I'm going to jump out of here. I got another radio going and other stuff going on. I got HF going and TGIF network, but it was good chatting with you. I'll jump in another time when I have more time to talk. I actually accidentally keyed up the radio, so anyway, we'll catch you later. This is KG7H3R in Arizona.
Yes, sir. Kilo Golf 7 Hotel Victor Romeo. Victor Uniform 3 India Tango India returning. Thanks for the contact. I wish for your good health and happiness forever to you and your family. 73 to you and your family. Bram, namaste from India. Victor Uniform 3 India Tango India clear. Bye bye, sir.
Okay. I'm going to leave it at that. All right. We got everything working. I didn't think he was going to call me. I just keyed it up. So, but I didn't want to be rude. All right, guys. So, that's enough DMR and Pi stars and hotspots for me for one day.